If you're watching this video and you're watching it for a how-to, probably should move along.
That's not a good sign.
I've never seen that.
So I went out and got chicken fries from Burger King, otherwise known as Lifters.
Ow, 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 ow.
Oh!
All right, well, we are back.
Back at it again.
Back at it. For once, we are not just immediately getting rid of a car.
So we're actually gonna work on the car and put parts on the car instead of rigging the car.
This is gonna be a very, very chill and relaxed video. So if you do not enjoy watching a bunch of young kids work on an older vehicle and do lots and lots of yapping while they do it, that's what this one's gonna be full of. We actually drove this car here from Mom and Dad's, which is about 5 miles. Didn't actually start overheating just until we started backing it in here. But it started getting hot.
Leaking out.
Yeah, obviously blown head gasket, but drove here fine.
Yeah, it did. It was leaking out transmission fluid. You can see a trail. And it's just dumping out transmission fluid. It smoked the whole way here, but it got here.
So anyway, we're gonna start tearing this thing down and getting to work, and hopefully it'll come out looking pretty nice.
And if you didn't see our last video, go check that out.
Yeah, go check out the video where we got this.
Yep, got it running and driving. And
actually, go check it out after you watch this so you don't just leave this video and then go watch
That's true, yeah. Watch this one first. All right, well, this is Jonathan. He was in one of our other videos. He's gonna be helping tear this engine down and replace some parts.
What are we doing first?
Yeah, so valve covers have to come off, carburetor intake. That'll all come off there, brackets. We're gonna strip it all down. And heads obviously have to come off. Manifolds, those could be a pain in the butt. So we got lots of stuff to tear down. We gotta take all this junk off here. So yeah, we'll get started. You don't have a paint pen, do you, Arthur?
Paint pen, paint pen.
Yeah, like, or a Sharpie even? As you take them all, never mind, Jonathan just ripped them all off from that side, so.
Well, you just said to take them off.
It's fine, you just work your way,
It'll be fine.
Jonathan just ripped all these ignition wires out and just...
I was told to! I did what I was told.
Our comments are gonna be like, why are you letting the 12-year-old work on your car?
12-year-old? I know my voice might sound like I'm 8.
Do you know, did that get the distributor to turn freely?
No.
No? Ooh, it's really seized in there.
Yeah.
Leave it in.
Dad got turned a little bit. Leave it in and we'll try to work the intake up. That should be fine. But yeah, Jonathan, you start taking all these brackets off. That'll all have to come off because it kind of hugs the valve cover there. And yeah, we'll start disconnecting all the cables and everything that's already rigged. Oh, nice. This is my zip tie job here, actually.
It worked.
It did work.
Jonathan promptly went and was trying millimeter bolts on this.
Shut up. I can't say anything else.
We informed him that no, everything on this thing
I'm still learning.
He's still learning. It's okay.
He's just out of preschool.
Hey, Ben went and tried to go put a 13 millimeter on a limo the other day, and half her comments were
I didn't try. I did it.
Go ahead, cry. It's okay.
Just while we get started here on the project, this is not a restore job at all. We do not know diddly squat about restoring cars. So we're going to try to make this one look nicer, but we do know how to take an engine apart and fix a head gasket. For reference, both Ben and Jonathan here are both full-time mechanics. Wow, Ben, wow, that wasn't tight at all.
Well, I also used a 1/2 inch on a 9/16. Don't do that, but I did it and it worked. Can I use this drawer as a bolt bin?
Yes, actually.
Taking off the bracket for the alternator. A lot of these bolts are actually seeming to come loose.
Except for that one.
Ignore the poor video quality going on here. Hey, look at that, folks. We have movement. That's gonna be a long way off for that nut.
What's with the nuts and bolts just chilling up here?
We rigged this car. We got rigged.
I see that.
Well, these two goobers are
yeah, making progress.
Making some progress.
Yep.
I'm doing the important stuff.
Important stuffies.
Making supper.
He walks over.
That is actually about the most important thing I could be doing.
No.
What are you fighting with, Ben?
A little vacuum hose back here.
So many vacuum lines.
'Cause all the vacuum lines in the house were gone. What?
Ben sings
All the vacuum lights in the house.
Ben sings a lot when he works.
You got like half of your bolts right there, John.
I can already see the comments coming now. These young kids don't know what they're doing.
Right.
You're right.
Exactly.
We don't.
The way you can tell that this is the engine is because the way it is.
Because of the way it is.
Problem is the intake needs to kind of get twisted and curled up because the distributor is seized in there. I don't want to try to move it.
Lazy.
I don't want to try to move this.
Move what?
The fill. As it looks
It's okay,
like
Phil.
Looks like it's part of the block. So obviously it has to come out. So I'm going to keep working at it.
Oh. Nope. Wait,
Careful, we do not want to break the distributor.
Okay, let's break your distributor. As we pull on it.
Probably lots of guys right now that are like, you can't do that without taking that off. Well, there's a lot of dirt down in there. Anyways, we're going to ignore that. All right, well, we pretty much confirmed we cannot take the intake off without moving the distributor. Or
So the guys that were saying that were right.
if they were saying that, yeah. Ooh, ignore those fun sounds. Well, the good news is it's loose, and I didn't break any bolts off. They all came out right out. So that's good. So I'm going to work at the distributor or the fill, which I don't want to work because it looks miserable.
Okay.
I say goodbye to my
Oh, here we go again.
but I knew she'd never leave. Let me know if you know that song in the comments, because these newbies do not know what I'm talking about.
Newlies?
For classical country music, it's not all what that is. I think
You don't even know what the song title is.
yeah, Wild Things Are, I think. Wild Things Are?
I bet that's a movie.
Oh, this kid. Did you take one of my sockets?
She took my heart, my achy, breaky heart.
Here we go again.
I put it in the line at the Walmart shopping cart.
What the? Where are you getting these weird songs?
You never heard this?
No.
Whack.
Because you sing a weird song. You've never heard that song? No, nobody has.
Well,
Yes.
look at this, folks. The distributor is actually moving. I got it.
Wow.
I know this is really cringe level here. I got the distributor here. I'll show you guys.
I can't
here.
even speak.
The distributor is the shaft is very, very rusted and corroded in there.
As everything
So I
is
got
in
it
this
pulled
car.
up like, I don't know, 1/4 inch maybe. So I'm gonna try to take off the intake again, and maybe that's enough clearance to get all the way
Clarence?
off. Clarence.
That's a name.
No, that's like a famous football player. All right, let's see if she fits. Ignore those crunchy sounds. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm losing leg momentum. Oh, that's a heavy intake. Hold the hinky fart knocker.
The heck? You just
We're just gonna set that down slowly. Well, let's take a look on the bottom side, since we're all curious.
That was not weird at all.
Okay. Mark this poor garage. Yeah, that's his old dad's oil from his oil pressure testing phenomenon. But yeah, that came off extremely well, and this intake actually looks fine.
Okay.
Oh my. Look at all this crap down here.
Wow, that is really bad.
That's fine though. But
Or not.
even all these ports here. Actually, you just want to show them inside all the intake ports and everything, exhaust ports. So they do not look that bad. Yeah, they're crudded full of crud, but they're not full of rust. And if you guys watched the limo video, they were just packed full of rust. That's actually a good sign.
Yeah, those aren't actually that bad.
They're not great. Oh, what? Go back over to that's the. That's just for the water. It'll be all right. No, that's good.
Even though you said it wasn't
Keep
good.
stripping it down. See how she looks down in the valley.
Oh my goodness.
Get all this crap out of here. Maybe it's the gasket. Some dingleberry put the light right in the way.
Oh, I can see some stuff.
Ooh, nice big chunk of crap down here.
Yeah, Ben, you know why?
Aren't there? That's not a good sign.
Oh! I've never seen that.
That push rod just hanging around. Well, that would be an issue. I'm gonna ignore that.
And this motor was just running. What's this?
That's not a good sign at all.
Oh, okay, that's just
Not a good sign at all.
that's bad.
Well, it bent. It very bent. Not just a little bit bent. It's very bent.
We can bend it back out.
We probably will try now.
Seriously?
No, it 100% bent.
That one's gone too.
Something came up and kissed it and bent it. Ooh, look at these. Look at all of them. Here, get your camera over here.
Is that one
Look.
gone?
Look at these. See, how is this thing even? You can't see squat from that angle, Arthur. Look right down in here. And you can see they're just seats for these push rods. They're just hanging around. Not actually doing nothing. This guy was just hanging out down here.
Put it back in the motor.
Yeah, well, take the heads off. All right, cut the bolts out of the valve cover. Let's see how she looks underneath.
Oh.
Still really, really, really metallic-y looking.
I can't see anything from here.
Curious how that's gonna look on that side then. Lots of metal in this oil, which is not a great sign. Yeah, I mean, it's all intact. Nothing look broke this side, so we're gonna call it good. This is gonna need some attention. And so yeah, next step, pull that cover off on that side, but we have to take all the exhaust manifold bolts out, which I've not been looking forward to. This side here, Dad just has wired up, so that shouldn't be hard. Is that side connected? I think that side is connected to a pipe. So, Joe Nathan, yeah, I guess you can start taking the valve cover. I have a whole impact right here.
You need a ratchet for that, because it was already loose.
Wait, hold on here. I'll watch the videos here.
Hey, that was mine. No.
Look at these bolts. Ignore all the the dirt that's going down the intake. Literally, it did not break a single bolt off yet.
Hey, don't say that.
Just
wait till we get to the exhaust manifold bolts.
Cause I kissed a goat and I liked it.
It's not how the song goes. I don't really care how the song goes because it's a bad song.
Nah. Stuff her cherry chapstick.
Oh my god. How do you guys know that song? That's just depressing.
So wrong.
I know that song a lot better than the stupid country song.
It felt so right.
Okay. That's what Ben has blaring in his earbuds at work.
I feel like a woman.
So we got the other side off. Looks a lot better than that side.
Yes. How's that push rod looking down there?
As you can see,
Very bad.
that's not how it's supposed to be.
Yep.
Spring's still there.
So what caused it? We don't know yet. We might not find out. It might have been from when we had the firing order all wrong and we're cranking it over. It's misfiring and running like crap. So who knows? Hopefully we don't find anything. It's just like, oh well, put a new push rod in there and send it.
Sure.
So yeah, we're gonna take in these bolts out. I got one over here loose on this exhaust manifold. So that's the start. I got these little shields. I got that bolt loose, but whatever these things are, they're annoying because they hold the cover over the bolt, so it's actually bent. You can't really see it, but it's like bent over top of the bolt. So that's annoying. But yeah, Dad does have the exhaust professionally wired in, not bolted in, wired in.
Water versus engine.
It's getting stripped down.
Metal.
I ain't taking the manifold off. I could maybe, but the bolt heads are pretty much non-existent on some of them. And since the exhaust bolts are non-existent back here and this is wired, I'm just going to unwire it and just pull the whole manifold and head off together. Since we're doing it the right way. And then it'll be fine. We're just not going to put new gaskets on that and hope it'll be fine. It actually doesn't look like they were leaking. And if they were, we'd never know because the exhaust is so loud right down here leaking.
The exhaust?
The exhaust.
You said exhaust.
Head bolts coming out.
Oh, thanks.
I should
That
have
back in for you.
I should have a thin-walled socket. Oh, head bolts.
Again with the big impact.
Did we ever get new head bolts? Or are we not going to work, so ignore that probably? These are stretch bolts.
Just take it out.
Unless they're too crazy expensive, but... My big brother...
Oh, good heavens! Someone needs to smack him on the head.
Ended up at an Airstream trailer at a port side. This head is going to be heavy as heavy can be. Oh, I got one more bolt, and that's probably goes dong.
Probably.
Yep.
Whoa.
Hold on, ready? I'm gonna hold the other side. Yeah, I didn't really do much. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Fell out.
Oh, shoot.
So rusty and watery, because there was probably water going through here.
Yes. So all of my head bolts are out. I'm going to try to take the head off, otherwise known as get loose, and see what happens.
Hey guys, this is gonna break off.
It's gonna break off.
Yeah. This is moving and that's not.
Well, let's get our
Not break it off?
torch on that so you can get it hot.
Yeah, I have a torch right here.
Trying to find a good spot to pry on these old beasts is that's something kind of weird. It's rough.
I chose the hardest spot to get to that torch. I
He
prayed.
was singing too.
Nothing's working.
Hooked on a feeling.
Hey,
And I'm high on
Shut up.
believing that I'm in
how much
love
gas did we
with
spill
me.
all over this engine?
No, gas actually isn't flammable, it's the fumes. My big brother rode an Indian skin.
Oh, shoot. WD-40 caught on fire.
Oh, yeah. Is there other bolts?
Oh, you really heated that thing up, Jonathan.
Yeah, I don't want to break this thing off.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, heat it up. Get it glowing red.
She could look all pretty. Send it on a car that has leaves right underneath the exhaust where I'm pointing the torch to.
Running out of oxygen.
Thanks, Albert Einstein.
I was fighting with it. I was actually trying to hammer the head off. Well, not with a screwdriver and chisel. And John's like, you got a bolt in here. Yes. And now it's loose. I actually let this bolt in here for Jonathan to find, so he can learn how to find bolts.
All those rods are sending it. Okay, ready? Where are we going with it?
Oh, there's no holes in the pistons.
I wasn't looking at that. Where are we going with it?
Valves don't look bent.
Can we look at it later? Full giving this thing an entire exam while we're just holding it.
How do we get a light?
I have a light.
Do you have a cigarette?
That doesn't look bad at all.
No.
Okay. Wasn't it this side that he thought the head gasket was blown on?
Yes.
Which?
It
Look
would
at
have
that
been
crap.
this one right here,
Oh,
I think.
thing's completely plugged up.
I think this is the cylinder that wasn't moving.
Look at all your ports. It'd be fine. That's very possible. I'm just trying to see if there's any spot that you can see on this end. Probably have to look on the actual block and see how that gasket.
Look at all that.
Let's take it out.
Okay. Settle down.
Oh, there's a lot
look
of
in
rust.
there. There's just chunks of rust in
There's a
there.
significant amount of rust in there.
Oh,
You need to take a vacuum cleaner.
that's not gonna get it.
I'm not sure the exact location, but well, no, that's just plugged. It would be pushing through somewhere around here. I'm not seeing anything crazy obvious, but the good news is these cylinders are actually smooth.
They don't look bad at all.
They don't. The pistons are all complete, intact. I'm not missing chunks. Yeah, we got some coolant ports, passageways that are full of crap. Like full of crap. They're not happy about life. We're gonna try to chisel some of that. That one's about 93.5% plugged.
What?
Yeah. That's not gonna help with all our overheating issues. Top side looks pretty good. Inside of the cylinders actually doesn't look scored at all. Pistons don't look like they have holes in them, so we're gonna send it. I like it. Let's get the other side off, see how she looks over there. Okay, let's take this head off of here. Okay, on a 4-2-10. Oh, whoops. I totally forgot about the dipstick.
Send it.
No, I can't send it. I'm gonna stick a head bolt back in.
Haters can hate all they want, but it's not.
Why is this? Oh.
Yeah, Ben, you just moved the whole head up. It's probably lopsided now. See? I know what I'm doing sometimes. Very little, but I know what I'm doing.
That sounded ugly.
Okay, so the dipstick has to come off first.
Good luck.
Not just the tube. The whole. I mean, not just the dipstick. A dipstick tube.
I can grab this side.
Oh, we got a long ways to go until we.
Do you want to grab that side? And I grab this side or no? I'm not doing anything at this point.
Hold on. Yeah. Oof, that poor dipstick tube. Oh, that was awkward.
Where are we going with it? Down.
Ow. Ow.
Down. Okay, do we want to flip it?
Yep.
I guess we are.
Ooh, that's nice and loose.
Oh!
Obviously.
But, oh dear.
Oh! That got chewed up and spit out.
That's what that thing did right there.
And it's broken off inside.
Oh!
Obviously.
Hold on. I need to look at there.
Yep, that valve is gone.
Ben, look at the piston.
No.
Look at the piston.
Oh, well, it's not holes in it.
Still, it's destroyed.
No, it's not destroyed. How's the cylinder wall?
It's close.
It's fine, it's fine.
Forget what I just
Yep.
said.
You see, you move the camera in a little bit more. Here. Oh, that's really awkward.
Bad.
Yeah, you can see in there. It chewed it up good and proper, but I don't see any holes. And the cylinder wall actually looks
Decent.
pretty good. Didn't score that up too bad. I have no idea where those chunks went. Obviously spit them out, chucked them out. As I just say where they went.
Out.
But no, that's the only cylinder that took some damage. So yeah, that valve, and that's obviously what was going on with these guys. It's the same cylinder. These two guys got hit. I bet you this valve is not happy either, but how you check these the professional way is you take them, you lay them somewhere flat, you just give them a little roll. That one is not incredibly happy. It's a little bit wobbly, not bad. Hey Jonathan, want to bring the other one over here?
I can't. It doesn't roll.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like. That's what we got. So yeah, that valve got spit up and chucked out. So we need the valve. We need one push rod.
We need one valve and one push rod.
Yes, if you can, if you can get just that, probably.
I don't know about these. Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're gonna need one of these guys.
What are those called?
Yep.
The seat, whatever the push rod seat in.
Yes. Oi.
You're
Ben,
losing the push
that's
rod.
my job.
Let's take a look at this head gasket.
Yeah, that does not work.
Ignore all the pieces just hanging around. Actually, the ports look better over here. Okay, I think Dad would be able to look at these and be like, oh yeah, that's where the cold or the arrow's going through right there. Me? Yep, looks fine to me.
What is that called, Ben?
This
Yeah.
is a fire extinguisher. Well, I'm trying to figure out, does coolant actually flow through here, or is it all just exhaust? So we're probably gonna get some hater comments on that. These are all kind of hooked up differently. Some are probably coolant, some are probably exhaust. But either way, they're usually coolant passages. I'm happy that the cylinder didn't get completely wrecked. Because the piston being nicked up, that's whatever. Well, that was our issue. So the valve, and what about the seat? Whew. I really took it. Actually, you probably should get both of them for one cylinder, you know what I mean? I got nicked too. Well, it's not too bad. Let's flip it over here. But that looks like it's been like that for a long time.
Yeah.
Like this, it's not a fresh break.
Which these
we
are
take these
are
off?
going to be loose because,
Well, yeah, this is where these were broken, though.
yeah. Right down side here. But yeah, we're going to have to take them off to get to the valves. But yeah, you got an intake and exhaust valve that are
Not happy. So I'll probably get two and get them replaced. Obviously you need at least one, but I'll probably get two. And put head gaskets on it. And yeah, call it good. I'm happy with it. I'm almost really glad there's not holes in the pistons, because that would have been a pain in the butt, and the cylinder's now scored up. Yeah, well, we're gonna call it a night. We didn't get the brake booster off yet, but
we don't really feel like doing that now.
Well, we can't. We gotta order parts anyway. So
yeah,
just strip down, and it's not bad. It's not too bad. How these motor mounts look down that we got everything off. I don't think they're too happy. If you guys see it when we were cranking it and running it, ooh, that bolt's missing.
What? Where?
Legit missing down there from that motor mount, or the training mount, whatever that is.
Oh yeah, I took that out.
You took this one out?
Yeah, that was attached to the power steering.
Never mind. Yep. Well, let's call it a day. Another day, another dollar.
Another ring around the collar. Hopefully not.
So yeah, we're gonna put some new parts on. We don't quite have the head gaskets here yet. They're delayed shipping.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with the shipping date. They're not here.
So we want to show them the parts that we do have.
Yes, we got parts. So we got a brake booster. Hopefully it's the right one. It was off what was it off? A 65 Cutlass? I want to say a 65 Cutlass. And they said, all the forums said it would bolt right up to a 68 Toronado.
Okay.
So we're gonna...
So what, we couldn't find one for a 68 Toronado?
Well, this was the first one that popped up and everyone said it would fit right on.
Okay.
And it was also the cheapest. And then we got water pump and vacuum modulator. And so as of now, we're waiting on, what, valves?
Well,
lifter rods?
Yeah, I think we're still waiting on the rocks. I think Dad has some of those parts. The main thing is the head gasket. I think we have everything else. And we need to get the valves on the other head installed and then reseated. I think I showed you guys earlier, but to show again. So we're going to replace both of them, but I don't think we are. We're just going to focus on this one here, and we're going to try to resurface it and clean up the valve seat and reseat the valve to the seat. So we're going to have a buddy of ours do that, because he knows what he's doing. Because in order to change the seat, you need like a special machine, and we don't got that. That's a pain in the butt.
But he does.
No, he just has tools to clean it up and reseat it. It's like a certain, like a gel or valve lube. I don't know what you call it. It's probably not what you call it, but a special way of doing it.
The comments will let us know.
Yeah. So
anyway,
that's what we're gonna do, and we should have the head sent out and resurfaced, but we're gonna not do that, obviously.
Yes.
So. But tonight we're focusing on brake booster, get some brakes working. I mean, we're not gonna have the car running, so we're not gonna have the brake booster doing much, but at least we'll be moving.
Well, we'll know. We were not gonna have power brakes.
Yeah, but that's where the vacuum comes from. That.
Yeah, we never had the vacuum hooked up.
Yeah, then you have brakes, but not real good brakes.
Yeah, well, all we want is moving and brake caliper. Well, we actually know the brake calipers move.
Really?
Yeah, we know that, and then until the brake booster kind of fell apart. So it was working, and then it just stopped working.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna get started.
Get to it.
So I guess you get to the bolts of that brake booster from inside the cab?
Yep. Should be 4 back there.
That's gonna be delightful.
You gotta lay in mouse house and poop turds.
Well, that thing isn't too bad by now.
That's sure you did clean it out. So supposedly down here there should be some bolts. Yeah, those guys can't see squat because the fuse box is in the way, but there and there, yeah, 4 nuts actually look like they're intact, so that I'm impressed with.
That'll be helpful.
And,
well, it don't matter if we break them off. Well,
yeah,
it does actually. It does.
Should not break these off. Well, it wouldn't matter, but we'd probably need the nuts.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, did that come with bolts?
Yes.
It did?
Well, I didn't look on the back, but yeah, on the front it did.
Okay.
Master cylinder.
And then we have to disconnect the brake pedal, obviously. So
yes,
I'll get started on that.
Ben's down here trying not to snap bolts off. How's it going, Ben?
Pretty good. They all came loose. So
the
fuse box is right in the way, but
Ben's getting it out. Will it will it actually just pop out for going around the other side?
Should be ready now.
Okay.
Oi!
You got it. Looks absolutely nothing like what I bought. Oh, dear Lord. All right. Well, looks like we'll be rigging. I mean, that looks zero. Absolute
well,
zero.
Same if this isn't here.
Oh.
It's for a different mounting.
So can we just pop those bolts out? Is that? But
It's
is
not
that
a bolt?
it's
They're
not?
like,
That ain't at all how it works.
yeah. No.
Ordering parts is never fun.
Yeah, they might bolt up on a different ear, but not this one. That ain't gonna work. I was suspicious because that's.
Well, now we know what we need.
We need that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, back to ordering. Head resurfacer Pro.
Yeah. It's about the only thing we can do because, yeah, we got the wrong brake booster part because I didn't know what I was ordering, and yeah, we don't have head gaskets, so we don't have the heads ready to go back on yet. So yeah, again, this is just a very slow non-rigging project.
A little more non-rigging, but we're getting new parts.
Yeah.
And we're not trying not to rig the new parts.
Yeah, we're not trying to rig wrong parts.
Anyways.
Anyway,
so yeah, I'm gonna resurface the heads a little bit, very gently. This is not a very soft cookie. Done to spec. Oh yeah.
Well, one thought I had while Ben was grinding away on those, I was like, I should really figure out why his tire keeps going flat. So I'm gonna jack it up, and you know, we always say here, rugged wrench, use the right tool for the right job. That's the right tool for the right job. Otherwise known as that's the only jack we have in this garage.
It's not for.
So I'm gonna jack it up, see why this tire's leaking. It holds air for about 2 days-ish. And then it's only flat on the bottom. So
yeah.
So I was jacking up this car with that tiny little jack stand, or sorry, with the jack. I put this jack stand in, and maybe I don't know, maybe 5 seconds later, this whole jack went pew. That poor jack. I should really just take that down. It does not look good at all. Anyway. Yeah, I was very thankful I just put that jack stand in. Well, we done found the leak. Valve stem, which we kind of figured. Ben's gonna try to tighten it up. This valve stem was never quite perpendicular or copacetic, whatever the words are.
It'll probably just break off.
Have we ever showed how we check for tires that leak? Anyway, soapy water. Usually a spray bottle, but a cup works well. You don't spray it on your leak, and you get the foam. Yeah, that's how you find your leak.
Yep.
Anyway, couldn't remember if we showed that before. Ben's trying to find the right socket.
Yeah. It's shot.
Hot valve tabs shot.
It's actually leaking around. It's cracked. Yeah, it's cracked. Okay.
Now we know.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll shove a new one in there.
Oh, Ben's starting to clean out this engine. What are you thinking, Ben?
There's a lot of metal in here.
Like,
look at this stuff. It's all sludgy, metallic-y. Not a lot of it's dirt, but I think most of it's metal. Nasty looking stuff. So, I know this engine's not going to be the healthiest in the world. It's living on borrowed time, but we're going to try to make it run better. So we really want to hear it run good and give it a good run.
Yep.
That'd make us happy. We do like the car. I mean, yeah, the engine might need to be swapped out at some point, but it's all right.
The car is shot, but we like it.
Yep.
Well, folks, we didn't get very far tonight. Only worked at it for like an hour. That's a nice thing when you're inside the garage. You have a project, you can just work on it on and off.
Yep.
Found out we didn't have the right brake booster, so we couldn't do anything with the brakes. Still waiting on head gasket parts. So what we're probably going to do is just set aside a day and just hammer down, try to get as much work done as possible.
Yep.
So.
I did get some of the lifters out. As you can see, this guy here, this one was missing. It's the little retaining clip thing. So we have 2 new ones coming. This is the one with the bent rod. And it got abused. So yeah, I pulled those 2 out from right here.
This whole engine got abused. Oh, the engine looks a lot cleaner now, by the way.
It's getting there. I'm trying to light on the subject. I kind of wiped it out. I still need to do some more cleanage, obviously. Yeah, I pulled those 2 guys out of there. Got some new ones coming.
And new rod. I think 1 new rod. And we'll go from there.
Oh, so we'll be back at you when we got parts and we got a decent amount of time to hammer out some work.
1 eternity later.
We're back at it again with Dad.
Yeah, they called me in.
Yep, like Dad get butt over here because we can get this thing done.
So I went out and got chicken fries from Burger King, otherwise known as lifters. These are from a small block Chevy, 79-305 to be exact, out of a boat. And they happen to fit. They look nearly identical. I know some people probably have, if I can get it back out, will probably have a baby conniption fit. But the length and the diameter are exactly the same. It's just that oil journal here that is different, and I'm going to consider that where I don't know what the difference is. I mean, I can see the difference, but I don't know what it does. So we're going to find out. Is it going to work? So those lifters we know worked. So we're going to change all these lifters because Ben was working at it, and we changed 2 of them that were boogered up, and all the rest of them, they're seized up. All right, well, we're going to stick this thing back together. I'm going to start swapping some lifters out. These are really nice. You can get your fingers right below them and pop them up and out of there. Yeehaw!
How'd that go for you?
Went well.
So yeah, we're just going to watch Dad work. That's why we brought him here.
So
since we did the hard part, taking everything apart.
Yeah, well, those are like, they don't move.
No, I actually hammered. That's one. Might be one of our good ones, but okay.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
Yeah, they're stuck.
What do you mean? Oh,
oil's coming out though. Nasty looking oil.
Push rod.
So let's change all these lifters out. I don't know which ones you changed. I think you changed these 2.
Those 2, yep, right next to each other.
Because those look newer.
I'm just glad they're actually moving.
These are easier than the 305 to get out because this has this little valley down here.
Oh, those didn't have the. You had to turn the engine over.
Whoa, those are like stuck in.
We need pliers, which I don't have along. As I'm using pliers.
Well, as you can see, I am really trying.
Push rods are stuck, or not push rods. The lifters are stuck in the engine block, which isn't the greatest of signs. So let's skip that one and move on to something that's a little more promising. No, hammer. Never mind.
It just falls down. It's a certain spot it gets stuck.
Yeah, because they were. Oh, look, there's a lip. There's a lip right on there where it would hit the cam. And I'm going smack, 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 smack.
So another thing to ignore.
And we're not going to be able to ignore it. We got to get it out. What is going on with this cam? Why is there a weird flat spot there? Okay, this engine has issues. We're just going to go.
Did we already determine that?
Yeah, we did. I don't know what's going on with it. The cam lobes wore weird from smacking on the lifter, probably. Okay, so they're supposed to just pull out. But they're not.
But always choosing the hottest days to work on this stuff.
Hey, I got one out.
Nice. Like it's like 90 degrees today.
Yeah.
And tomorrow's supposed to be 70. So we're like, hey, why not do it on Wednesday? Because, you know, we like the sweat. We're really good at that. And last time I worked on this thing outside, I was sweating. Well, not really. Like I got sweat going into my eyeball.
It is definitely a nice toasty day.
Okay, all these on this side are to be ignored.
Okay.
Oh, never mind.
You want to get the hammer out and tappy tap?
Oh. Okay, that one needs the hammer.
20 minutes later.
2 more. These have already been replaced. And see, look at this though. See, here's a new lifter. Okay, watch this. Wha-bam.
And they fight come out, but they go
And then
in
the new ones just go right on in there. Wha-bam.
like a glovey. Probably because we're kind of clearing the way with these old ones.
Maybe, but they slide right in just like beauteous.
Look at that.
That doesn't look good.
That one's probably going to be one flush with the car. But yeah, if you had something underneath to kind of pull up.
Yeah. What about this one?
That one was even worse, I think.
Oh, goody.
It must be very
Like your hammer.
Yeah, it was a nice hammer.
So close. Hey.
Woo!
good job.
Putting a 90-degree angle into my push rod.
It's a little bit violent.
Ooh.
Actually, that is a professional.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
might have to keep that thing.
Twist-a-roozy. There it is. Okay, now listen, guys. That lifter pusher 3000, those are the angles that you're gonna need. Okay, right there. Works. That one may be for sale someday.
Probably.
We finally got all the lifters changed.
Yeah, literally after an hour and a half.
It was not the proper way to get lifters out with vice grip and
Hammer.
but the push rod tool was pretty neat. Now we're gonna clean up all the push rods because they're a little on the grimy side.
It gives us something to munch on.
Yes, this car's had a lot to munch on, like a whole valve.
Gonna have a lot more to munch on.
Anyway, Owen from Owen's Garage
Yep.
put a new valve in there for us and lapped it. And that'll be on his YouTube channel. He has a small YouTube channel, does a bunch of machining type of work, a lot more detail oriented than we are. So thank you to Owen, and there'll be a link in the description for if you want to watch how he machined that thing out, because it was pretty bad. Like, it was bad, like beyond just lapping. So thank you, Owen, for doing that. Something right.
Just keep sending it.
You want to loosen that guy up a little? I thought I had it started, but apparently not. We don't have a torque wrench on us. And we're at Arthur's garage,
Yes.
and he doesn't have much.
But I have a very calibrated arm.
Yes. So
But Dad just said that it's probably gonna be around 135.
let me look it up. Okay.
And I just did 147.
With your calibrated arm?
Yes.
Yeah, 85 foot-pounds. I don't understand. And for the 7/16 head bolts, 90 foot-pounds. I mean,
I'm just gonna get them tight.
yeah, that's not enough.
No, obviously they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
That's tight.
Okay, so we're gonna tighten them up. I know some of you guys are gonna have a conniption fit.
Yeah, I'm not going any pattern or anything, and
Yeah.
well, I did originally.
You did originally?
Yeah.
Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
No, I actually like
Oh, okay.
applesauce crisscrossed.
Yeah. Typically on a car that we absolutely love, which we don't mind this car, we just really want to hear it run. We want to hear it run better, we want to do a burnout. I know some of you guys are like, why do you guys gotta do a burnout? If it's capable of doing a burnout, it was meant to.
Yeah.
Like that old 49 Oldsmobile with the Olds Rocket. Well, this is an Olds Rocket as well. But the older Olds Rocket, that one was pretty awesome. And this one has like 14 times more horsepower. That's a little exaggerating. At least 4 times more horsepower than that other one.
All right, Dad's gonna do a professional head install with the push rods in. Have to use precise precision lining.
And I can't see. Can
You
you see?
can't see. I can see. Down. Up. Down. I'm gonna shove them in random holes. Down. Careful, down.
Okay. That worked, but it was a pain.
And that's how you install your head.
Or the head for the car.
Yeah.
Okay, now we need some bolts in there.
Nuts and bolts and stuff. Hold it. Wait a minute. That's not right. I think there was supposed to be washers on these head bolts now. Oh well. Washers are overrated.
There's no washers in here.
Oh, okay, never mind. Maybe that wasn't exhaust manifold bolts.
Snug. Snug. Very loose.
Oh, it's a bigger socket. Yeah.
That's weird. Got a sensor on a head bolt. Don't get it.
Is that a 3/4 or a 13/16? I'm gonna go with 13/16. Ow, 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 ow. If at first you don't succeed, just keep doing it. It's gonna keep hurting. Ow. Getting abused by my own ratchet.
Okay, we realized we don't have the intake here. Or valve covers, because those are all at Ben's house.
And the exhaust manifolds.
And the exhaust manifolds.
And the air cleaner.
Which, whatever. But intake's pretty important. So I think we're going to, because it's getting darker or later now anyway, and then 6:45.
We're getting tired.
Yeah, it's hot. So we're gonna crank it over, make sure all the push rods and everything are moving like they're supposed to, make sure everything just seems like it's okay. And then we'll come back at it on Saturday and see if we can get it running and do a burnout. Mm-hmm. That's my goal anyway.
You remember? Okay. What was that noise?
Sounded like something fell.
Yeah.
It's this stuff, man.
There's tools all over the front. Yeah, okay, it did. Hold on. Yeah? Yeah? They're all moving.
It sounds like one is a little low on compression.
One cylinder?
Yeah, you hear that? It's like...
You mean the cylinder that's all nicked up I didn't do anything about?
Probably. But
the distributor's turning, so that means it's still in its teeth.
yeah. And the good news is, like, it sounds way better than when we were cranking it before.
It does. That's true. Right there. It's spitting right here.
Out of this cylinder, there's that's the only cylinder that's going. It's going poof, poof, poof. Yeah.
What's it doing?
It's spitting like a white poof, 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 poof.
Like there's a valve that's not seated right. Yeah, right here. That's that cylinder.
I think that's the one that was sketchy. It was nicked up, not.
Ooh, that oil looks bad. We're gonna have to change that oil again, you know what? After we get it running.
After we do the burnout?
Probably before.
Oh man.
Start it, shut it down.
Change the oil.
Or should we change it now? Because look at the oil.
I know, it's so bad.
I feel like the exhaust valve on that cylinder is still flaky. But the rest of them sound great.
Yeah, it might clear up.
Yeah, it's possible.
The next morning.
Morning, back at it again.
Again.
Now that we have the intake here, well, it's still in Ben's car.
Yep.
Today we are going to hopefully get this car running and driving again under its own power and see if we can
Get it out of here finally.
And do a burnout.
And do a burnout, that's our main goal.
Front wheel drive burnout.
Running, driving, burnout, yes.
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 7.4 liter.
Burnout.
Burnout.
Front wheel drive. Yeah, that's real arf. I mean, kind of.
We're looking forward to it. So, let's get busy putting the intake on.
Here's a professional intake paint job that I did. Like the shiniest part in the whole car now.
We're leaving the spark plug in there though.
Absolutely. Yes. So, yeah, we'll slap that back on. I cleaned up the surfaces a little bit. So we should be good to stick it back on. Should probably put the gasket in there first though.
Yeah, but we don't have a new one.
Don't got a new one, so we'll use the old one. Reuse the old one. The valve covers are going to stick out like a sore thumb.
Didn't think about it, but head gasket set doesn't come with new intake manifold gaskets on these old things.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah. We're talking.
Yeah, I think that looks nice.
You'll open the hood and that's what you'll see.
That's fine.
That's fine.
The camera's like
First
right up
thing
my
I
chest.
would see opening the hood is a lack of a brake booster. But hey,
Don't worry about it.
Always put the old one back in there.
putting a new gasket in here. So this is a new gasket.
This car is going to be held together by silicone.
Linda lived in a house that was pretty much held together by silicone.
Silicone's pretty nice.
So we don't just treat our cars with respect like this.
Okay. Well, that was a lot easier than I expected.
That was not hard.
Okay, never mind. We fought to get that out of there.
Yeah, you did.
It went.
It went whoop, clunk.
Okay, where's the bolts?
Moments later.
Oh, man. Yep. Well, I did have it all organized until Dad was chucking in his lifters in here. And all the bolts were going. Anyway, I'm guessing they're looking something like this. These guys, all the rusty intake looking bolts.
Probably.
It is turning it, but let's spit everywhere.
Well, I guess I can put valve covers on.
Well, we are slowly making progress. Actually, not even really, because all the parts for this are scattered, I'm pretty certain, throughout the entire country.
Wow.
Anyway, no, Ben and Dad were taking stuff home to clean up and work on, and it's just scattered through about 20 different vehicles.
Basically.
And we're spending the bulk of our time running and getting stuff we forgot, but we can't ever do it in one trip.
Funny thing is, yeah, Ben's wife, well, okay, Ben had parts in his expedition. He called his wife. She came over here, brought the expedition over, jumped in the car, Ben's car, and left. Well, there's parts in the car.
Parts in the car, stuff like that.
We're fine.
You know, there is a solution to that. Get rid of all the cars, become Amish.
That's a bad solution.
Well, hey, they thought it was a good idea.
Become Mormon.
I don't know if they actually think it's a good idea.
True. I don't know. Any Amish in the comments, leave a like.
Whether you like it or not. Wow.
Well, they should be in the comments.
Hey, they are.
Okay.
They
Amish
are
are in the comments?
I'm sure they'll be. I'm sure Amish watch us.
Hey, if you're an Amish person, you're watching this, please do let us know in there. We won't tell the bishop.
Nope.
I'm still looking for the carburetor, which is down.
I'm just
Hopefully
noticing.
that's
the carburetor.
I know, I had it in my hands.
The carburetor's right there.
It's on the roof. Okay.
Right there. What's up with these missing bolts on the heads?
That's valve covers.
Sorry, valve covers. Close enough.
Can't find them.
There was too many to begin with.
Dad's making noise.
Oh, wait.
Torqued.
Yeah.
All the Restore professionals that are gonna be watching this theater are just literally crying.
Well, we got blue valve
Already?
covers.
Yes, we do have blue valve covers. Putting the exhaust manifolds back on here. I think we have the right gaskets and everything.
Keywords.
We think we have the right bolts. So anyway, now Dad gets to have fun putting the manifold in on the easy side.
Yes.
Easy.
We were nice and let him do the easy things.
Yeah.
Thank you. I got it in.
By the way, this engine looks a lot better on video than it does in person. Those blue valve covers really set this whole thing off.
Make it pop.
Yeah, well, there was very little thought that went into this project, so.
I was like,
As
it's
in
not working. Let's all tear it apart.
Yeah, let's have different people tear it apart than put it back together.
Yes.
That always is a key to success.
And then wait for weeks.
And then wait for eons to start putting it back together.
Yeah, make sure all the parts are not all in the same location.
Yeah. Make sure.
Different houses, different cars.
Different. Yeah. That
Make
sounds
this good
like a
and
key to
challenging.
success to me. Like we said.
Just grab
Oh my.
All right, well, we got the manifolds back on. We're going to soon see if she starts. And we're gonna see how the engine sounds before we put the whole back end, front end of the engine together. So we'll hopefully fire it up soon. See if she blows up or see if she actually runs.
Don't blow up in my face.
We should probably check for spark. Okay, go ahead. Woohoo! My hand's still here. Gonna back this off a little more. Okay, go ahead. Okay, just a little bit more.
Cranking really good.
Yeah, it's cranking great. Okay, try that. Oh, never mind. Went too far one direction and pulled my wires apart from the distributor. Ooh. Okay, try that. Oh! I felt that one all the way through me.
I want to hit the hood.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. It runs.
Yeah, not well, but it
I
runs.
wouldn't say well yet. No.
No.
But it runs. I think it'll get better, hopefully.
Yeah, it was getting better.
And we know our timing isn't right yet.
So that's good.
We're changing oil, changing the vacuum modulator. Ben's going to hook this front end up really quick.
See, it goes power steering pump on. It's even tight.
Our goal basically is not to restore this thing. If somebody else wants to, it's fine. But our goal is to get it running and driving and do a burnout. And then we'll pass it off onto someone else. Probably, the body is pretty well shot under there. It's rusted away. Probably save the motor and transmission. I would recommend rebuilding it.
One eternity later.
If nothing else, it actually looks pretty awesome.
It does. It looks blue and black and shiny.
And it runs. It just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so we're gonna do the right thing and
Send it.
actually
it looks really amazing.
It does. It does. But don't worry, we didn't try it for the fade on the air cleaner. It just happened that way.
All right, Dad is just gonna start this thing up and cold send it straight home. Do you think it'll make it, Ben?
I got about 75% chance. I think so.
I mean, we drove it in here, so
It's not leaking as bad now.
I'd be happy to get it on my garage. Yeah, it's not leaking as bad. Drip, 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 drip. Lord.
Well, we made it back home.
Yeah.
It runs a lot better now. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. The car needs complete restoration. So, hey.
It's fun.
It was fun. it was a fun project. And it does run and drive.
Like it did before.
Yeah.
A little bit better now.
A little better, because at least all the valves are there. And it actually has plenty of power. It takes off, which is fun. So, but anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Oh, by the way, this merchandise, you know, we kind of like it. Not the Matco
Not the
stuff.
Matco. Don't buy Matco.
But if you want to purchase our merch,
Do it.
yeah.